So how do you create a seven-figure, multi-million-dollar mindset? My name is Joe Apfelbaum, CEO of Ajax Union, and I want to tell you something that I've learned several years ago, which is that results in life is only 20% skill set, but it's 80% mindset. So if you're not getting certain results that you want in your life, possibly it's because you need to change the way you think about things. You see, human beings have about 40,000 thoughts every single day. The problem is that we often have the same thoughts over and over and over and over. And if you want to change your life, you need to change your thoughts first. And your thoughts exist in this thing we call the mind, which is totally made up. But we have thoughts, and thoughts are really energetic things. It's energy, pulses of energy. And when you have a repeated thought over and over and over, that thought often becomes an opinion. And when you start really believing that opinion and it becomes a belief, a strong belief, often beliefs lead to actions. And those actions, those repeated actions, become habits, and those habits form your character, your way of being. So the repeated thoughts that you have in your head are actually habits, habitual thoughts, automatic thoughts. And when you see something and you like say, okay, coffee's good, coffee's bad, whatever that is, that's a habit of how you're thinking, your judgments, your evaluation of the world. And the way that you evaluate the world will determine your level of risk taking, whether or not you're going to take a risk and get out of your comfort zone emotionally, mentally, whether you're going to take a risk and do something or not do something, whether you're taking action or you're not taking action, there's still a risk. There's an opportunity risk not to take an action, not to make an investment. If you had the opportunity to buy property in the 80s or something, or in the 90s, and you had the mindset of, I need to save money, not invest money, well, then you probably didn't take action because you didn't want to take the risk, and you lost out on the opportunity to now be financially free. Like my parents. And they have regrets that they didn't have that mindset back then because they were totally able to afford it. As a matter of fact, they had a business, and the business was paying more rent than what the mortgage would have cost, but they didn't want to own property because in their mind, owning property was a hassle, was a pain in the butt. They didn't think about what will happen in 30 years to their business. Well, in 10 years they were out of business. And then what would happen to the property and the value of that. Now they would be totally financially free, their generation and the generation after them and the generation after them, because of their mindset at the time. Now the beauty is that as human beings, we can improve our mindset if we become aware of this mindset, and that's what makes us different than animals, because animals have habits too. We can train animals to create certain habits, certain ways of being, and certain ways of thinking, and certain ways of doing things. But animals can't program themselves. They need humans to program them, or they need circumstance to program them. But the beauty is, we've been programmed by other humans and by circumstance, and if we become aware that we have a programmable brain, and we don't believe that we're stuck, or we don't allow fear to stop us from reprogramming our beliefs and reprogramming our convictions and reprogramming our habitual thoughts and eventually our actions, then we're going to be able to start learning more and start transforming who we are and who we become. So really, the first step to understanding how to build a multi-million-dollar mindset is knowing that you need to become aware of your current mindset and acknowledge and accept that your mindset and the mindset that you have right now and the habitual programming that you have in your head is actually what's stopping you from getting to where you want to go. Not that you didn't have the opportunity, not that you didn't have enough resources. We don't need more resources. We just need to learn to be more resourceful with what we already have right now, because you have everything that you need in order for you to get to your goal. You just need to think about it and view it in a different way. And when you start viewing your life in a different way, and when you start viewing the people around you in a different way, and when you start viewing opportunity in a different way, when you start looking at problems in a different way, then suddenly you start seeing that anything is possible. And that's a scary thought, because often people are more afraid of success than they are of failure, because failure gives you the right to say, well, it's not my fault, I just failed. I mean, it's because I don't have this or because I don't have that, and you can lean on that and be okay with it. But if you realize that you're fully responsible for your results, then it's scary. But instead of allowing it to be scary, just be excited. Be excited that you have the opportunity to create anything. You can have financial abundance. You can have the relationship that you want. You can literally have the body that you want. You can create anything if you can create the right mindset. And if you do that, you will get motivated and be able to be expressing yourself fully and not care about the opinions of other people. Instead, you can start pushing full force with enthusiasm, with love, with excitement, and live your best life. Boom. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. And in the comments below, let me know what you do to improve your mindset. What are the things that you need to change in your life? What area of your life do you want to take to a whole new level? And let me know what other things you want to learn about in the comments below. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to click subscribe and click the little bell so that you can get notified when I have future videos. I'll see you soon. Boom.